Bart Carter and Denise Werner. Did you two slip in on me? Okay, so we're taking roll. We want to make sure everybody gets credit. We say, yes, DOHR. We had these people show up and we know they were here because I heard them. So let's keep going with our orientation program today. And we are going to start off with a networking activity by our very own Jeff Hunley, who is training coordinator for, again, guess what? The UT NAFI Center for Effective Leadership. So Jeff and I will be the two people you see more than anybody else on the team. Jeff, take it away.
Good morning, everyone. We've got just a couple of technology things. When we break, we're going to break you off into breakout rooms. So there'll be about 12 or 13 of you in a room. There'll be a NAFI Center staff in each one of those rooms to do our networking activity. But first, we'd like to just do a quick poll, just to let you take a second and let's start finding out what you like, what everyone likes, and see what we have in common. So I'm going to share a poll with you on the screen. It'll take just a second for it to come up. Let's see. And then as you begin to see it, just go ahead and answer those questions. And then as I see who's completed the poll, I can tell you how much time we have left. So go ahead and start completing the poll as you see it. Okay, we're going to take another about 30 seconds on the poll. It looks like we have a okay, we're going to end that polling and
Can you see those?
yes, it looks like they're able to see. We may have some questions that were not answered, but it's pretty close across the board. What do you guys think about how are you coping with safer at home? I'm being productive. OMG, these online concerts are amazing. It's cool, but I'm bored. I forgot how much I enjoy my family. And in the name of all that is good and holy, get me out of here. I think I would probably be answering the last one. Working from home is very, very different. So we are going to thank you for participating in that. We're going to break off into our rooms now. Tanya's going to give us just a little bit of instruction before we go.
Yeah, so you're going into breakout rooms, so you'll be in there with smaller groups, not the entire class. So once you get in there, please share your video and unmute because this is a group project. And I have a set of questions we'd like for you to answer. One, let everyone know your name, your agency, job title, one interesting fact about yourself, nothing too embarrassing, and the funniest thing you've seen on WebEx or Zoom. So again, introductions, let everyone know your name, your agency, job title, one interesting fact about yourself, and the funniest thing you've seen on WebEx or Zoom. Don't forget to share your video and unmute it while you're in the breakout rooms. I'll ask you to put the settings back once you get back. But again, share video and unmute. And let's go to breakout. Jeff, you're muted.
Wait, sorry, we may have a couple
There you
people
go.
that are participating via their phone and video. So if we happen to get you, if your phone is one place and your video is in the other, tell your group leader and we'll get that corrected. So we're going to open our rooms now. John, did you happen to see a invitation to go into a room? Let me see which one you may be in. Are you? There it goes. And we just have, I think everyone's in. Tanya, I didn't put you in a room because we had enough people that we could just put everyone over.
Hey, Stephanie.
Hi.
Hey, Stephanie. I was like, oh, we have one person. Wait, that's Stephanie. She doesn't have to be in a room. Although I think I put Derek in a room, so who knows where he is.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I
Yep,
saw his name and I was like, yep, he's introducing himself.
yeah, he's a facilitator. He'll be fine.
Yeah, I think he will. He's been laughing at me the last couple of days. I told him yesterday, like, yeah, I'm trying to get caught up. I finally saw a movie I've been meaning to see since 1988. And he's like, ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, bless my heart.
I think I'm definitely that bottom category of get me out of here.
Oh, me too.
Oh my gosh, this is killing me. This is killing me.
I'm gonna go in a room, Tanya. Someone's asked for help.
Yeah.
Someone need help, Trent?
I think we're good.
Okay.
I think everybody. Do we have all of our phone callers? I think I've got everybody with videos, so I think we're good.
Okay. Sounds good.
This is Amy, and I'm using the phone. Are you able to hear me? Amy Neufeld.
Oh, hey, Amy.
Okay. Hey there. So if you do see a phone line, that is me.
Okay.
But I think you should be hearing just fine. So I'm Amy Neufeld. I'm with the Department of Human.
I feel like I've had my 1,000th meal by now. It's just, I'm not a work from home person. This is not anything that I enjoy whatsoever.
So usually I'm good, but I've got all 4 kids at the house, so
Yeah.
that changes it a little bit.
Yep.
So
but every day is not for me.
I'm going to class. I have class, and it's all been moved on. One of the things I enjoyed about my master's class is that it's been in person, and so now everything's been moved online. So there are some days that I'm in my office at home from like 8 o'clock or 8:30 in the morning till 8:30 at night, and I'm about ready to jump off the deck or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I've eaten ice cream every day of my life for the last 2 weeks.
Well, I put on Facebook the other day, I said, so COVID-19, is it similar to the freshman 15? And is 15 pounds all I will gain, or 19 pounds all I will gain?
So yeah, so we're calling it the quarantine 15.
Yes, it's
Because
horrible.
I've got like 5 snacks.
Oh,
5 snacks a day plus 3 full meals.
well,
3
and my oldest son works at Food Line, so he will pick up groceries, so I don't have to get out. He'll pick up things for me. I'm like, oh, pick up some chicken, pick up this, pick up some Chex Mix, pick up some, I'm like, no, I don't need that.
Yes.
I don't need it. I don't need it.
Yeah, I've gotten all that stuff. So I've got like some sour worms, covered raisins, chocolate covered almonds. I'm like, without the chocolate, they're healthy though. So, right? It's cool.
There's some fruits. There's some fruit in there. And
yeah, that's how I see it. Yes, it's not just me. So yeah, agreement. It's fact now. I did get some watermelon and some cantaloupe for the kids so they can have their immune system. Okay, I'm taking the vitamins.
My 5-year-old came to the living room yesterday with this huge big, it's like one of those barrels of cheese balls. And he had that like holding it like a big teddy bear walking through the living room with a big barrel of cheese balls. And I was like, we are so doomed with this thing. We are so doomed.
Oh, I think everybody's doctor's gonna look at me side-eyed when we get out of here.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know what happened.
Yep. And just not seeing everybody I work with every day, that's been really hard.
Yeah.
I'm used to being in the office and seeing everybody.
Same here. I'm like calling around like, hey, what you doing? Got to get my 15-minute break in.
Yeah.
I wonder if I play this music if it'll be too loud. So I'm one of those Hamilton fanatics now. I went to see it and I'm like, yes. Oh, that is kind of loud.
Yeah, it's loud.
Yeah. Pause that. Go ahead.
It's a little loud.
Okay, I'll leave it off.
Oh, you can't like control it.
No, so thing is, on the page where I've got it, I don't see where I can do it separately. Yeah. All I've got is my own audio control. So once I turn it down, then I can't hear you either.
Oh, gotcha. So someone just turned the lights off on me here, and I was like, oh.
So will you know when all the rooms are empty?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I just sent him a message and said we have 3 minutes remaining. So timer says we have 3 minutes. So
I'm trying to move everything where I can see the chat and who's talking and my screen. Maybe they'll just come in and hear me. Alexander Hamilton. My name is Alexander Hamilton. It's not even like I know the rest of the words.
You just say that over and over again.
Yeah, pretty much. And then I jump to another song. I'm not throwing away my shot. Angelica, Eliza, and Peggy. I'm in my happy place now. I'm gonna get caught. I usually get caught. Oh, Jeff, are you gonna ask them to do the report outs? Or do you want me to do that?
You can, and that way
Okay.
I'll make sure we don't have any stragglers anywhere.
Okay. I probably need to take your name off of here, huh?
Oh yeah. We had good when we got everyone. We had pretty good participation. So each room has about anywhere between 13 and 15 people in them. Of course, that counts our staff too, and Derek somewhere.
Wherever we dropped him in.
Okay. I'm going to tell them we got a minute for them to. Somebody's coming in late, Tanya.
Okay.
It's a 615 number.
So I've got a few people. It could be, I've got 3 I didn't see in.
Hey, Tanya, can you hear me?
I can.
This is Sam Marshall. I was in my session and I did something to tried to minimize the chat function and it kicked me out. I was in Trent's session. Can you put me back in that group?
We're exiting them out. Were you guys about finished?
Well, there were 2 or 3 folks still needed to go. I'd already gone.
Okay.
I don't know why. Somebody had sent me a little chat about something I said, and so I was chatting back and I tried to minimize it. It somehow knocked me
Good
out.
job.
Okay.
Knocked me out of that room.
Patrick says that he has a few that weren't finished either. So we'll
Can
put
we
them
add
back
the
in
time
there.
too?
We'll just
Okay.
put them back in there. Everyone that's coming in, we're going to put you back in your rooms for just a minute. Just catch everybody up so we're on the same page. We have plenty of time, so don't worry. We'll let everyone get back here. We tried to estimate maybe how long it would take, and we had a couple of rooms that still had a couple people that were still introducing. So we'll put everyone back in a room, and if your group was finished, then you can just hold off for just a second, and we'll let those other rooms. Maybe if we could hear from our NAFI staff. Will, was your group finished? I think Patrick's room is he's still got people there, so. I think they're still in there, Tanya, so we don't have to send everybody back.
Okay.
So it looks like as long as I don't say closed rooms that they're still in there, so.
Okay.
Yeah, they like one individual to announce herself, Miss Sharon.
Okay. I'll wait till I see all the NAFI Center staff, and then I'll know that everyone's finished. Navy Center staff, if you could turn on your camera and so that I can see that you're finished in your room. There's Tabitha. How are you, Tabitha? Sorry, I wasn't even looking at my camera.
I'm good. How are you doing?
Doing great. Good to see you.
I meant to get a cooler background before today, but you know.
We'll hook you up before.
I want to be like underwater.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, Jeff played around with one of those. I was like, dude. It was hilarious.
Hey, Jeff, our group had 4 or 5 that didn't get to introduce themselves.
The room is still open if they're still in there.
Okay.
Let's see. Can I put you back in there? No, I think everyone's out of there now, out of your room now. You want to let them finish here?
Are we? Yeah. I'm going to use them to be our spokespeople just by default, since they've not had an opportunity to speak yet. That's okay.
Okay. Sounds great.
Thank you.
Let's see. Trent's still in his room. Patrick's still in his. Will is out. And Jeff Stiles is still in his room.
Well, while we're waiting for them, is it okay for my 4 to introduce themselves to the bigger group?
Absolutely.
Okay. Lauren Webb, Everton, John, Lindsay, anybody want to jump in?
I can go. This is Lauren Webb. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm Lauren Webb. I'm the legislative director for the comptroller's office. I think one interesting thing about me is a couple of folks in our group said that they like to travel. I like to travel as well. Also, I'm pretty big into looking at different artwork from whenever we take our trips and that kind of thing. So pretty big into art. And then what was the last topic we were supposed to talk about?
What you've seen on Zoom or WebEx that was funny?
I don't think I've really seen anything. One video going around on Twitter is where this boss, I guess, turned herself into a potato on WebEx. I thought that was pretty funny.
That's awesome. Everton, are you on there?
I am.
You want to run through the list with us?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So my name is Everton Heron, and I am from TenCare. I'm the director of technology and operations there at TenCare. And wow factor, the best I can say, I guess we've been home about 4 weeks now. And I'm here with my 22 and 15-year-old, and I'm still here. So that's a good thing.
Congratulations.
Very good.
So as far as what's been on Zoom or WebEx, I think nothing really funny per se, but it seems the mute button always seems to get people.
Yes, me too, for sure. Thank you, Everton. What about John? John, are you still with us?
I'm still here.
Tell us about yourself, brother.
Yeah, so I'm Jonathan Van Dyke. Currently served in finance and administration in the division of accounts. Director of cash management for about a year and a half, a little over a year and a half. Something interesting, I really like board games. Well, strategy board games, I could say. Let's not go Monopoly. So not that kind of game. I think most people think of Monopoly or something or Life, but no, I like in-depth strategy board games.
Okay.
Cool. And let's see. Yeah, I think the consensus of our group was as far as Zoom related, I think there was a lady on her phone who, I probably didn't realize what was going on. Went to the bathroom, and I guess the rest is history. So that was their general consensus. So I've seen that too.
Absolutely. Thanks for being patient with a poor moderator, John.
Oh, you're fine.
Jacqueline, have you gone yet?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm Jacqueline Miller, and I'm the Director of Professional Development with the Tennessee Department of Labor and Workforce Development Adult Education Division, which is a mouthful. An interesting fact about me, I have lived and worked in rural Honduras and lived on the top of a very secluded mountain and worked for a women's leadership and business development center. And lived on beans and rice and bucket showers for over a year. So
that's awesome.
I would say the funniest thing is I will FaceTime my mom, and usually about 10 minutes into the call, she'll forget that it's a video and start to put the phone near her ear. And so you just get a nice shot of her ear / the side of her head, and you have to remind her, and she'll put it back down, and then slowly it will come back. So.
Very cool. Very great. Thank you, Jacqueline. Gary, are you with us?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm Gary Holder. I am with the Tennessee Department of Correction. I serve as the West Tennessee Regional Training Director for the Tennessee Correction Academy. The wow factor for me, lots have happened in my life, but I think one of the things that shocked people the most is the fact that before I turned 6, I was actually labeled a serial arsonist. I had I had burned down 2 of our homes and my grandmother's shed before I turned 6. So yeah, so that was
that is a wow factor right there, brother.
Yeah, and I guess
so Gary, can I ask if you know anything about Cheryl? She shed.
I do like that commercial every time I see it.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. But I guess that was just a premonition, because when I was 11 months old, our house was on fire and I was the only one left inside, and my cousin came in to rescue me. So I guess looking at the blaze, I guess it just did something to me. I don't know, but
amazing.
As far as Zoom and WebEx, I have never really had much to do with Zoom or WebEx, so I don't have any funny stories to share as far as
no problem at all. You're acting like a pro on here, though. That's great.
Thank you.
That's great. Thanks for sharing.
Yes,
Did
sir.
anyone else from my group not share that would like to? I think we're good then. Jeff, thank you.
We still have one group that is in a room with Trent. Tanya, I'm going to join that group and see how close they are. So I'll be right back.
Right, sounds like a plan. Yeah, I pop up every now and then and like, I need these numbers.
Okay, yeah, I knew I had recognized you from somewhere, but I didn't know exactly where.
Okay, I think we have everyone now.
All right, so if everyone is back, we would love to know what you talked about. So if we have a spokesperson from each group, I forgot to tell you, but I think you figured out each room had a staff member from the NAFI Center. So I've named the rooms by the NAFI Center staff. So if we could hear the funniest thing you've seen on WebEx or Zoom from the group, let's hear from Jeff Styles' group first.
All right, thank you, Tanya. So we had a great conversation about who we were, where we came from. We've got a very rich group, talented group. The best group, if you ask me, group number 1. And we had a lot of funny stories, from people popping in the background in their underwear to others who were drying out their underclothes in the room behind them when they were Zooming, to people wearing different clothes, dressed up as characters, to one person who was holding their cat and stroking their cat like maybe Dr. Evil did on the, what's the Michael Myers movies, you know what I'm talking about. So we had a lot of great input and a lot of great stories, and I think we all agree that there are going to be more to come as we continue on this platform.
Well, those are too much for me. But okay, let's hear from someone from Trent Clagg's room. What's the funniest thing you've seen on WebEx or Zoom?
So in our group, there was one person that said that every few minutes their video would mute and they'd come back with different Star Wars masks. So that kind of kept me lively. And then somebody else mentioned that they were in a session, and I guess as everybody's trying to figure out Zoom and their video settings, and one lady was in bed, and actually you could see all of her sheets and everything, and she actually kind of fell, if I remember right, she said she fell asleep during the meeting and was kind of like dozing off, and didn't realize maybe her video was on, and so that was kind of funny. So.
Okay, I'm glad that wasn't me. All right, we have a rep from Patrick Mills' room.
Probably one of the funniest ones we had was someone said that their executive director, when they started the Zoom call, was he had his hood up and he kind of resembled the Emperor from Star Wars, and everybody got a good kick out of that, especially coming from their executive director. And then not really a Zoom one, but someone had a very funny story that he'll probably tell again throughout the TGMI experience about their childhood and the tooth fairy. So we had some very interesting stories Zoom-wise and just the interesting facts about yourself.
Wow. All right, so we heard before everyone got back, we heard from a couple of people from Dr. Maisel Ely's room. But from that room, what was the funniest WebEx Zoom story you had?
Well, I think that most of them talked about the lady going to the restroom on YouTube that went viral. They talked about the boss that couldn't change their photo from being a potato. But I think what trumped the Zoom stories, I think, was what you all heard, Gary's story of being a serial arsonist that the other group members might want to know about. So Gary, can you real quickly tell us your past?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
You got a reputation.
I apologize. So when I was 11 months old, our house burned down and I was the only one left inside, and my cousin came in to rescue me. So I guess that was just a sign of things to come, because before I turned 6, I had actually burned down 2 of our houses and my grandmother's shed. So they jokingly named me the family serial arsonist. So.
All right,
and Gary, can you tell everybody where you work again?
Really? I work for the Tennessee Department of Correction.
There you go. Do not put Gary in charge of the birthday candle at the hospitality. Just an FYI. Thanks for sharing that, Gary.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And Tanya, real quick, we had several people that can't whistle, and we have 3 people in our group that have never been to a concert. So we're going to try to do that during week 2 at TGMI.
Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, we got to work on that. All right, let's hear from Will Porter. What happened in your room? What's the funniest WebEx or Zoom story you had?
Yeah, I don't know how we follow serial arsonist, but we had a good discussion in our group too. And I think like most everyone else, we've seen photo bombs from children and cats and other family members during Zoom sessions. But I think the favorites that we had were people not knowing the camera was on and picking their nose on the middle of a Zoom session. But I think the best one was just having someone who had gotten so comfortable at home, they were just kicked back smoking a cigar. They were just enjoying life while they were on a Zoom session. So I think the future will have more great stories as we continue to use Zoom these next few months.
Okay, y'all are a trip. Excuse me, I'm being professional here. But y'all are some funny folks. So let's keep going here. I'm going to move this over on my screen. So now it's me again, Tanya Washington. So we will go over what to expect, the TGMI logistics. So our program competencies, you'll see them right here. Most of them are actually the names of the courses. Others, such as self-knowledge, you'll definitely know when you hit it. So we're going over topics such as managing vision and purpose, managing diversity, managing through systems, and decision quality. Participants' role. So we know everybody's working from home, or you're in some kind of secluded place in a closet, maybe. Hope it's not a closet. But you've got so many things going on at home. You've got kids there. You've got whoever else happens to be there. We want you to be present. So we want you to focus on what we're doing and participate, be active. We need you to contribute to discussions, just like we did here in these breakout sessions, network with peers, learn from others. And then I won't say once it's over, but even while the program is ongoing, share your learning. So if you hear something from a classmate like, oh my goodness, that's brilliant, let me try that at work. Please try it at work. Don't just think about it, be about it. So share your learning as well. So I'm going to ask everyone for a TGMI commitment statement. They should be no more than 3 sentences, and I've included mine right here. So my commitment is, let me move something out of the way. I commit to being available to participants as well as facilitators. I also commit myself to learning from everyone present and to have more fun than the law will allow. So week 1, again, I think I've already let you all know that we pushed it back a week. We were supposed to originally start May 3rd. Now it will be May 11th through the 15th, and the entire week will be online. Don't worry, it won't be boring as all get out, but it will be May 11th through the 15th. Week 2, we are going to keep in Knoxville, June 7th through the 12th. So on Monday, we're going to start with a Zoom tutorial. We worked with most of you yesterday on making sure your volume, you get the sound, you could get the video, and knew how to use the chat. So, but this one, we're going in deeper detail, so you'll learn more about it. You'll be a little bit of a whiz, so maybe an office or work from home hero. We'll also have strengths-based leadership. So I'm gonna ask you to look for a link from Jennifer Mobley or Maisel Ely that involves an assessment. And don't worry, either Jeff or I will send you a reminder like, hey, that link should be coming soon, look for it. On Tuesday, we will go over motivating others, best practices, question and answer session, and leading while working remotely. The leading while working remotely is actually an online certificate that we offer. It is 4.5 hours for 4 separate classes. You'll be given time throughout the week to do a little bit of that. Of course, if you're up late one night and you don't want to watch Andy Griffith like I usually do, you can go ahead and work on that as well. Wednesday, we will go over managing vision and purpose, as well as managing through systems. We've got some really good, well, I was gonna say one is definitely a professor, but we've got some really good teachers this week, so I think you're gonna enjoy it. Thursday, we have conflict management, as well as bridging the generational gap in the workplace. We hear a lot about different generations. By the way, I'm Generation X, we're still alive, don't forget about us. Friday, we will go over diversity, and again, you've got more time to work on leading while working remotely. Now, what you've probably heard stories about from other alumni would be what happens in the hospitality suite. So for week 1, we're not gonna have the hospitality suite, except you can do it virtually. So I'm gonna ask you all to host a virtual meet and greet. Notice every time I send an email, I leave it where you can see everyone else's email address. So connect with each other. Connect with each other socially on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on TikTok, whatever you do. Try to get together. If you know how to host a Netflix watch party, that's an option. And of course, I'm gonna ask you to do everything after our organized activity. So it's good to get together after class. We have some things we need you to do throughout our curriculum. And for those of you who haven't attended a concert, bless your hearts, there are some online concerts. So if y'all wanna get together and do a watch party or something, please do. And so that'll be your way to have fun. I'm sure you'll find other ways, but here's just a few suggestions we have. So guess what? We've got one more group activity. You will be going into the same groups you were in before, and I have 3 questions I'd like for you to answer. 1, what have you heard about TGMI? What are your concerns about TGMI? And what most excites you about TGMI? So what have you heard? What are your concerns? And what most excites you about TGMI? So let's go back into those groups, and I want to hear about that when you get back.
Should have everybody going now. Also was able to change a couple people's chat so that you actually see their names now, Nick Edwards and Mary Catherine Bratton. And
okay, when they get back, I guess, I think before or after we do the report outs, I'll let everyone know that Stephanie and Derek are here.
awesome. Well, Derek's other places because I keep sending him.
Yeah.
Forgot to take him out. So I guess he's back in there with them. Of course, he was in our group last year, so maybe you can tell him his experience. Stephanie, I was surprised how many people haven't used Zoom. I know that a lot of the departments only use WebEx. Do you think that's going to loosen up any, or what do you think?
I don't know. We were trying to get Zoom for our division, and we're told by STS that WebEx was the supported, I guess, app or whatever that they wanted to use. So I know a lot of people are still using Zoom, but as far as the official thing from the state, it's WebEx.
Yeah.
So I think that's why a lot of people haven't used it, because STS typically likes to go with WebEx.
Yeah, okay.
I spoke to Derek yesterday. One person called and said, hey, I'm having trouble with Zoom, and our IT folks are telling me I'm not allowed to use it.
Yeah.
So I was like, please let them know that just for TGMI is going through our UT system, and let me check with DOHR. So I told Derek, and he said, if anyone comes to him, he'll let them know Zoom is okay for this.
And they can launch in a browser and not open up an app on their computer. Like I did that with, her last name's Sue. I did it with Jean. Is it Suh?
Jean Suh.
I did it with Jean Suh, and it was blocking everything, but she could go to the very bottom and come on with Zoom with the link in the browser. It's a little teeny tiny writing, but it will let you do it from there. And you just have to go to zoom.us instead of using any other way in. But it did let her state computer did let her in.
Oh, Stephanie, do you want to say hi to everybody when they get back, or you want to just let them know you're here?
Sure, I can say a couple of things. I have a 5-year-old in the background, so I may be one of the viral video, not video because I'm not turning the video on, but maybe a viral audio, because you never know. He's already walked in here 2 or 3 times, and one was like, my brother's not watching me, and I was like, go out. You don't come in here when the door is shut. And then another one was, the doggy used the bathroom in the floor, and I was like, oh. You never know what you're going to hear around here. But yeah, I'll just take maybe 30 seconds and just introduce myself and welcome the group. So that's great. And Derek may want to do the same.
All right.
So they're building a house next to me, and either the dogs are barking all day long, or I hear this like right next to my house, and they got the cement truck stuck like this last night about 5 o'clock. Like the back wheels were up off the ground, and the front of it was down in the little lot that they're doing. And I was like, wow, we have built-in entertainment. And then they brought another cement truck to pull it out and broke all the chains that they had. So it was entertainment for a while. But the internet here at the office is so much better. Like I haven't lagged at all.
I'm just getting a good look at your tie. You're pretty flashy.
All right, yeah. It's a clown tie.
Oh, that's a little silkier than a clown tie.
It's yeah, so when I got it, I was like, Sherry, do you think I can wear this? Is this too much polka dot? And she was like, no, they coordinate, it's fine.
Oh, can we save the chats?
Yeah, I think so.
Before we log out today? Just to make sure. I know a couple of people had trouble with doing their mute and unmute, so a few of them were like, hey, I'm here. So I marked the ones I saw just in case I missed anybody.
Yeah, it says save chat, so I'll save it.
Cool.
And our recording is going, so. I hate that Dr. Bird video lagged.
I know. And I went all the way through it this morning. And I was like, oh, stop. One of them, I let someone in the very first one, I let somebody in. And
Gotcha.
Video, so I didn't touch anything again after that. And it was like, boop. I'm like, no, stop. Or
Yeah.
maybe I accidentally touched my little touchpad. But hey, tell somebody I'm changing my last name to Murphy because Murphy's Law is strong in this one.
This time I'm just going to tell them to return when they're finished, and that way they won't feel rushed because we have plenty of time. So
yeah, and I took the share screen down for a moment just so I can give Stephanie and Derek a moment to speak without that glaring in the background. Alexander Hamilton. My name is Alexander Hamilton.
So someone turned the light off on me here, and it was totally dark. You couldn't see anything. So I'm like running across because the switch is on the other side of the building. And I was like running down through there. It's like, okay, this would be the Zoom. The fat guy running on would be the Zoom funny video. So Stephanie, Tanya and I are, I know she's talked to Derek about, we've got some great ideas to beef up the social aspect for week 2. Really super excited about it. We don't really want it to leak too much, but we got some pretty cool things. So although this group,
Derek and I already have talked about this, and we're like, this is going to be a really good week 2, and we think there may need to be full participation from DOHR with me and Derek there that whole week. So we're going to try to be there as much as we can.
well, we're at now. I'll tell you this, but don't tell. I mean, you can tell Derek, but so we're planning. We're working on doing an amazing race downtown Knoxville.
Oh my gosh!
In one of the evenings. So it's my understanding that it's an old tradition, like they used to do it years ago. They haven't done it in a long time. So when Tanya and I found out that they used to do it, this is back almost a year ago now, we were like, oh, we have to do this. So now that things have been changed for week 1 and we're so heavy on content week 1, we thought this is perfect time.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to get some to the mayor. The mayor of Knox County is a former wrestler.
Okay.
So going to try to get him to give out one of the clues. We have some really good downtown, has like a couple of theaters. So I'm trying to get into those. Just some really cool things like that. So, but I feel like it's going to be, although week 1, we'll be online, a lot of content. I feel like that this group will at least get to say that they experienced something week 2 that other groups haven't got to experience. Right. because so super excited about it.
Yeah, that's what Maisel and I talked about it. I said, I don't mind it going online the first week as long as we really hit that social aspect and networking aspect the second week, and then I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
I definitely think we've got a great opportunity to be agile and flexible and roll with what hand we've been dealt.
Right. Well, if you guys come over, you could give out one of the clues. Just saying.
Hey, I'm telling you, I was telling him about some of the things Maisel and I were talking about. He was like, I think we need to go. I said, I think we need to go too.
I completely expect to see you both all week.
You probably will. I don't know about all week, but yeah, I mean, we both, he went through TGMI last year or the year before.
Last year, yeah.
And I was there like in 2012 and always just had a love for TGMI and EI. And so this is this opportunity to kind of be a part of it. It's really exciting for me. And I know it is for him too, because he had a really good time at NI. So it's a good opportunity to socialize with people in a different setting. And it's not just DOHR coming and telling them what to do and what policies and procedures. It's actually getting to know people and building a network. So I like that piece about it too.
Yeah, we had so much fun with. I do hate that we don't get to do Chattanooga because Chattanooga was so wonderful last year.
That's my hometown, so that's it's where I moved there actually like in high school. I say it's my hometown. High school, then I went to college there, lived there until 2010. So, that's kind of been you know, kind of my stomping ground, I guess you could say. So I hate that too, but it's just the way it worked out this year.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I loved, I mean, we just had which again, it was an exceptional group too, I think. We had a really good group of people last year, but we did, one morning we did a trivia thing and it was so fun. And we just recapped some of the topic pieces, but also like some of the social pieces, some of the things we had done. And in a drum circle, we had used the song from Lion King on Monday. And so I said, one of the clues was the song from, you know, how it started. And Daniel Leeson from General Services jumps up and hits the buzzer. And instead of doing the thing, he just does the whole, it's how the movie starts, you know, when he's like,
yeah.
I don't know what they're saying, but it's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great. It was really good.
No, wait, is it Savannah?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. My daughter just walked in one day and randomly did it too. And I was like, okay. She gets it honest.
I love that movie. Looks like everyone is still going. I did get a response back to Tanya on that, working with the crews.
Yes.
And they're working. I just got a response back from them yesterday, so I'm gonna be talking to them and see we can get worked out with them too.
Good. I'm excited my darn self.
You're what?
So I'm excited my darn self. Week 2 is gonna be super amazing.
Yeah, I have to go home every day.
Huh?
I have to go home every day. That's just, I mean, I love to go home. I just won't be able to, like, you know, someone's here. I just won't be able to participate. I mean, some evenings I can, so. Sorry, I'm playing drums. I could probably mute.
And I've still got Alexander Hamilton running through my head. So if you see me like, don't pay me any attention.
I need to take this curved screen home. Oh, people are coming back. Welcome back.
All right, I see we've got 17 people in the room so far.
So we may have been one of the slower groups last time, but we rocked it this time.
Hey.
Yes.
Average it out.
Great group. And I have told them that I'm not a good secret keeper, and because we have a lot of great secrets about making this year different and unique and memorable, since they are having a unique experience, it's been hard for me.
What did you give away?
I didn't give away anything, but I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm very excited. No, I have to keep putting myself on mute while they're talking because I want to say, but we're going to do.
Kind of like the old Disney World commercial. I'm too excited to sleep.
That's right.
All right, we've got 27, 28, 29. We've got just about half back in the room. Give everybody else a chance to come in.
Looks like Trent's room is still going. Will's and Jeff Stiles.
Okay.
So there was already conversation in my group about doing virtual happy hours and ways of networking. So I think that we're excited of making that networking work.
Yes. Maybe I should have told everyone that if they watched Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood on TV the other night, then that counts as a concert. Front row.
Yeah, we've got to do something to remedy that with 3 people that I know of already that have never been to a concert. We've got to do something about that for week 2.
I personally don't want to ruin my streak at this point.
Streaks are meant to be ruined.
It's going to be great.
Hey, my daughters play the ukulele. Do you want me to have them do a concert?
We'll get back to you.
Yeah. Duly noted. Thank you.
Lots of great options.
Lisa Brown is saying that the Opry is live on Fridays, and so that may be another option for folks. Yeah. Very cool.
I know the Met Opera, they were showing a few things live. I haven't logged on to see what's going on there, but museums have virtual tours, and I'm getting caught up on the Avengers because I'm way late. All right, we're up to 46 people here. So I think we've got a couple more groups wrapping up. I do need to check on the Opry because we're off on Friday too, so I can sleep during the day and watch that later.
Off? I don't know. I turn them on because I go black.
I don't know who Jeff was talking to.
Patrick was
He
asking.
definitely went black.
Okay.
We have someone playing electrical, turn the lights off with us. So every once in a while, I completely lose everything. So not sure who's in our building, but
The lights all of a sudden came on. We were like,
it could be a ghost. Just saying.
Okay. Oh, we've got 58 people back in the main session.
It looks like we still have Will's group is about to finish, and that's the last group.
Right. We are so close. So everybody, I was going to have some music playing for when you came back in, but apparently I was completely rocking out to the Alexander Hamilton instrumental version. So somebody who shall remain nameless, Jeff Humley, was like, "You're doing too much." So if I start humming, just never mind me. Yes, Jacqueline, I've got a friend. Yes, that is my stuff. I also have a virtual background. So let me know if you need that. Haha, I will send it to you. Oh, Anthony, you want to see it? Are you sure? Let's see. There it is.
Okay, we have Will's group coming back now.
Okay, Will's group's gonna want to know what happened and not telling. Except I am, because I talk too much. I was challenged on the Hamilton background and I had it, so ta-da. It's like just a couple of stragglers. Just about here. Will, I see you looking at me like I lost my mind.
I know you very well.
You too. Jeff, how many we're missing?
I think we have everyone. Yes, we do.
Okay, thank you. And admit one there. All right, everyone, I turned my screen off for just a moment because we have a couple of distinguished guests from the Department of Human Resources with us. We have Assistant Commissioner Stephanie Penny and Director Derek Hines. AC Penny, would you like to say a couple of words?
Thank you, Tanya. I just want to say good morning and welcome to TGMI. I went through TGMI in 2012 and it was one of the best experiences I've ever had. And so I'm looking forward to you guys going through this unprecedented change in TGMI, but I think it's going to be definitely something for the history books for us to go forward to say, you know, we're practicing agility and flexibility in the way we're rolling this out. So really looking forward to spending some time with you guys. I've been hearing some things about the second week, so you're probably going to see a lot of me and Derek Hines just because we're going to try to get in on some of these social activities. So it sounds like a lot of fun. So just want to welcome you and let you know that it's going to be a great time of learning and great opportunity for networking. So Derek, if you want to introduce yourself, you can jump right in.
Hey, good morning, and thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Tanya. Again, I'm Derek Hines, and I'm one of the directors within the Learning Leadership Development Division of the Department of Human Resources, and I am also a graduate of the TGMI class of 2019, and TGMI for me really allowed, again, being a director and overseeing a lot of these leadership programs and academies. TGMI was really right on time for me. It allowed the UT staff and team to pour into me as a leader. Again, I left much better, in a much better place mentally as a leader than I did before I started. It allowed me to meet many people who I today consider as friends. I'm able to call on them to ask questions, and they're able to do the same for me. So again, congratulations to you all. I'll look to see you all during the week too. Just sit back, relax, enjoy yourself, and again, we're, as Assistant Commissioner previously stated, we're charting a new course, a new path, trying to do something different as we have to practice agility and be flexible. So again, just congratulations, and I'm excited for you.
Well, thank you, AC Penny and Director Hines. And I know Derek, we stuck you in a breakout room too, didn't we?
Yes, you did, and it was fine.
Good. We appreciate you being willing to roll with the punches. So everyone just had a group project, and of course, I want to know what you came up with. So if you could just kind of sum up what you talked about, any common themes that occurred in each room. Let's go ahead and hear from Jeff Styles' room first.
Yeah, thank you, Tanya. I think we all kind of are excited. We're glad to be here. We're looking forward to it. We had a couple of questions about the COVID-19 pandemic and how that impacts the way we do business. And I think the Assistant Commissioner and the Director just talked about being flexible and agile and being able to do things kind of on the fly. So that's our plan. We're going to make it work. Hopefully we'll all be together here soon. And we talked a little bit about that. We talked about some of the activities that we maybe had some questions about, some of the team building things. I assure you we're going to have a great time, and we'll have fun. It'll be challenging, but nothing's going to get you hurt or anything like that. So we're going to have a great time. That was pretty much what we talked about.
Nice. So yeah, it's going to be different this time, but still great. Great at the very least. I'm shooting for amazingly awesome.
There you go.
Let's hear from Trent Clagg's room.
Yeah, we had some great conversation. Again, we're enjoying just getting to know each other, and that's some of the things that everybody's excited about is just the learning from each other, but then just learning overall, just some of the content that we have, getting over, learning some of the competencies and just seeing the different skills and networking and just the information. So that was some of the things that we're looking forward to. And we were talking a lot about the online format of this next week, and that's what I told our group, is that we in the Navy Center are very aware of the online format, and so we are taking special care to make sure everything is as smooth as it can be, and interesting and fun, and so everybody's excited and is very optimistic about a great week. So.
All right, thank you. Let's go ahead and hear what Patrick Mills' room was talking about.
One of the common themes that everybody's looking forward to during the TGMI experience is just the networking aspect and getting to really learn what the other agencies do and how they can come together and collaborate. And of course, to echo Trent and Jeff, some of the concerns were just, the online portion of week one, and just making sure that, that fits everyone's learning styles and things like that. And just kind of reassured, that it's going to be great for everybody. It's going to be a new experience. We're going to make it work for everybody, so everybody has a great week one.
Definitely. Thank you, Patrick. What about Dr. Maisel Ely? What happened in your room?
So I think we've got some woos in my breakout room. We've got some folks that are already planning on a virtual hospitality suite and things that they can do to help make that network even greater. To echo what's already been said, people shared that they were concerned about even having it for week one, but felt relieved knowing it was going to be online. And when we explained to them, the more that we've explained the format and what to expect, that those are kind of, those anxieties have left today, and they feel better and more excited about the upcoming experience. And then I shared with you, Tanya, it was hard for me not to tell them the secrets of how we try to be intentional of what we're trying to make this. I told him it is not going to be the same experience as any previous year in TGMI, but it is going to be bigger and better because we have been so intentional in planning it. And I was just really encouraged by hearing each person. They were excited, and in talking to them, they shared their excitement of what they've heard other people do, but they feel like that right now is a great time to start networking with folks while they are remotely at home, because we're all experiencing some of the same anxieties and stresses and juggling acts. And to be able to hear best practices from each other is really important. So anyway, I'm excited about the breakout group that I met. They got it going.
Nice. So yeah, one of the things I'm excited about is when the class of 2020 starts telling their stories, and all the previous classes are like, what? But y'all the quarantine group. What you know about that? So it's gonna be great. I'm trying not to tell either, but I've already spilled a couple beans. Will Porter, what happened in your room?
Yeah, so our group, we had similar discussions, and our group has already embraced the idea of networking and sharing. And so Stacy Oakes in our group is going to kind of kept some thoughts on kind of what we discussed. So Stacy's I'm going to turn it over to Stacy and let him share some of the themes that we talked about in our group. And you are on mute, my friend.
Sorry about that, guys. This techie thing, I'm not that person. Some of the things that, individuals in the group had heard about, through other programs is the TGEI. I think we had one Miss Tabitha that actually processed through that program. Most of the individuals are excited about the advantages for networking, how to be a more positive leader and role model in their agency. Some of the concerns was the virtual piece, how we are actually taking the situation we're in now, the situation, and making it work. A couple people had some fears that they may not, be able to take time from work, or this would take time from work. So I think that will actually work itself out with the virtual piece. And what excites us, the new styles of leadership, to become a better leader, the networking, and like everybody was saying, we're the first. This is the first virtual TGMI group. So that's something they can't really take away from us. So that's pretty exciting. And to grow as a leader and a manager, and to meet all these wonderful people.
Thank you, Stacy. That is exactly right.
And we
So,
still miss you, Miss Washington.
so I'm so thrilled to see you. Y'all, Stacy is one of my peeps. I worked with Stacy as he had probably at least 2 different positions, and he's great. Matter of fact, when I left, I still had some files from you on my desk. But
yeah, I never got those back, but we ain't even gonna go there.
Well, they're findable is all I can say. So thank you again, Stacy. We have one more poll. Jeff Hunley, do you have that ready for us?
I do.
Right.
Should come up right now.
And I'm looking for 68 responses. Okay, I like the way this is going.
Jean says she can't see the poll. And then there will be a few of us. So we'll probably. Okay, if you want to go ahead and end that.
End it.
Mm-hmm.
Share votes. So yay, how excited are you about TGMI? We've got
Awesome.
Pretty excited, more that are super excited, and some that are uber excited. Good, because that's exactly where I am. So I hope I'm doing a good job staying in my seat, but I don't think you understand how excited I am. Let me stop sharing these right now. So it looks like we're all on the same page there. So we will go on with our agenda and try to get you on out of here. We'll have some remarks from our very own Dr. Maisel Ely, Executive Director of where? The UT NAFI Center for Effective Leadership. Maisel.
Yeah, thank you, Tanya. I think I just want to really echo what I've already heard at the breakout rooms from each of you. And that is that I am excited. I'm excited because, you know, when I was talking to Assistant Commissioner Stephanie Penny on the phone during the beginning of all of this pandemic, is that, you know, we agreed now more than ever, while state employees and agencies are feeling uncertain, isolated, remote, we need the TGMI network, and we need, in these historic times, we need historic leaders to stand up. You know, I love the quote by Winston Churchill, and I know that he, in the context in which he said it, it was more of a tongue-in-cheek statement. But I want to share it with you, and I'm sure many of you have already heard it. But he said, "History will be kind to me, for I intend to write it." And I love that, because I do think that we're getting ready to write history for the Tennessee Government Management Institute. And, you know, if for those of you that don't know the history of TGMI, the state created TGMI in 2000. So we've come upon a 20-year history. And this is the first time in history that we've done an online format for orientation, and we'll be doing an online format for week 1. But in times of history, in times of crisis, leaders stand up. And agility, perseverance, bringing resolve, and finding best practices of how to navigate through times of tumultuous times in history. The leaders that we have read about are the types of leaders that I have observed today, and just talking in a short amount of time and watching your responses of your excitement and your willingness to be highly engaged. And so I just want to encourage each of you that now more than ever, you know, you were chosen to be in TGMI because of showing leadership qualities that were exemplary. And so I'm excited when I hear you talking about, you know, how we're going to meet outside of the classroom and how we're going to network and help each other. That's what TGMI is about. Having been with the program since 2007, I always tell people that TGMI isn't that you'll just have these friends in this network through your career, but you will have them through your lifetime. And I hear from so many people that have even retired from state government service, and they still go back to their relationships that they formed at TGMI. So don't allow our current situation to negate the potential that we have to be the best class ever. No matter how many years I've been involved in TGMI, this is one year I will never forget. And we want this to be the same memory for you and for our alumni, to remember that the class of 2020, they took a situation, they navigated it because they showed exemplary leadership. And so be a Winston Churchill. Make history, and history will be kind to you because you're getting ready to write it. You're getting ready to be the person or the persons, the group that people talk about for years to come. And we need that right now in Tennessee. And in Tennessee, we need folks to stand up and show what leading really looks like. So congratulations for being the class of 2020. I am excited. And if any one of us at the Navy Center can help you between now and week 1, feel free to call us, email us, text us. That's what we're here for. But TGMI, we've got some rock stars, and I'm referring to each of you. So thank you. Tanya.
Thank you, Maisel. So now I'm going to ask if anyone has any other questions. We've gone over quite a bit today. I'm looking in the chat, so if you have a question for me specifically or for anyone else, let us know.
I got a question.
Okay.
Yeah, this is Gary. So as far as training hours, how are we going to report this to our training department? Are we going to tell them that today was an hour and a half, 2 hours? Because according to the schedule, it's supposed to be 3, and of course that's been changed. So how do we report this?
So you know what? Let me get back to you on that. What we've been looking at, even with week 1 being online, is that because the content is so heavy, this is pretty much what we would have done in a 3-hour orientation. So this could very well count as 3 hours. Let us work with DOHR on those hours. And I promise I'll get back to you in a couple days.
Okay.
Anyone else? Okay, well, guess what? You have any questions or anything you want to give back to us later? Any thoughts later? Here is the contact information for myself and for Jeff Hunley. Whoa, let me move that back. Ta-da. You have those in your email that I've sent you earlier. These are our cell phones, so guess what? We're pretty much waiting on somebody to call us half of the time anyway. Yes, we work. I promise you we work, but we get excited when the phone rings because, working from home. Next steps, we've mentioned the commitment statements. So I'm going to ask you to email those to me as soon as we log off. Again, no more than 3 sentences. And in mine, I don't know if you noticed the reference to more than the law will allow. I gave you an interesting fact about myself is that I love old TV shows. So that was a throwback to the theme song from the Dukes of Hazzard. Somebody picked up on it, I'm sure. But also mark TGMI on your calendars. Again, you were chosen from hundreds of candidates, so this is a special experience. We want to make sure you take the time to focus on what we're doing here, not just in learning from the teachers and facilitators, but again, learning from each other. So week 1, May 11th through May 15th, it is online, but this is your primary job that week. We planned on being in Chattanooga, so no one was going to see you if the office had been open. So again, just because we're online doesn't mean you've got time to do other things while we're in session. So please, please, please stay with us. Week 2, we're going ahead June 7th through 12th. Again, we'll be in Knoxville that week, and it's going to be amazing. And make sure your team is aware. So without any severe emergencies, if no one's setting your building on fire or setting your house on fire, please stick with us best you can. And of course, you'll get out of TGMI what you put into it. Again, if you need to, well, you know how to contact us if you need to reach us. But I should let you know that the NAFI Center is on social media. So you can see some of the other things we're doing if you get bored and want to stalk us. It's cool. We don't mind. We're on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, whatever else we might be there. Are we on Instagram, Jeff? Yes, we are. So we're everywhere. But again, this is the end of your orientation. We have been thrilled to see you, speak with you, chat with you. Go forth and be great. Have a great rest of the week.
If anyone has a specific question they want to hang over for, if you're having technical difficulties or anything, we can walk through that too as well.
Be safe, all.
All right, thank you. Everyone take care.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right, y'all have a good one.
All right, thank you.